Hi everyone, this is Sanan from CarInspected, and today we're in the greater Montreal region. We're taking a look at this 2011 Mercedes B200. Well, we're starting with a walk around. You can tell a few things are already missing, like the rear wiper. The mechanism works, but the rear wiper is not there. Starting with the walk around, just to give you an overview of the condition. I've gone through the paint thickness verification already, and I can tell that the hood has been repainted. And the way you can tell this is if you are familiar with body work or paint work on the car, you'll be able to see that very small imperfections, but they do stand out. These are embedded into the paint, but then when you're using a measuring device, you can just see the significant difference between that and that. So this is the adjacent panel. Mind you, when there is an aluminium versus steel panels, you would have something very similar to that, where the aluminium would be significantly thinner. The tires on the front are different from the ones on the back. These are Yokohama in the front. And then when we go to the back ones, I believe they're Continental. And the ones in the back are made in 2011, which is the same age as the car. So those are most likely the tires that came on the vehicle from the factory. Looking at the interior, it looks like a mess, but I folded the seats just to make sure everything is working. This panel is broken. It's just hanging there. There's a lot of food in the back seats. Most likely had child seats in the rear. There you go. Winter floor mats. See here, these are the stickers that are installed at the factory. I'll get you the manufacturing date of this specific car. This one was made in February 2011. I tested all the windows. The front driver window seems to retract back down, so when you put it to the max, it gets there and then it pushes down a little bit, which means there might be the resistance is too high onto the window, which forces it down. I did have a lot of computer codes. Now let's just look at the engine. But before we do, I just wanted to show you the onboard diagnostics port. When I got here, this was open already. I did scan the computers. engine. Check the lights. There are a few lights that don't work. Sorry about that. I just had to put the hood latch or the hood lock in place. I checked the oil several times and it failed each and every time. So oil needs a replacement, definitely. Check the oil, the brake fluid humidity content, and the coolant freezing temperature. Everything checked out. The engine is a little bit loud, if I should say. You'll hear it shortly. I checked the axle boots in the front. Everything checked out. Undercarriage is in pretty good shape. So I only have access to one key. Please check if there is a second key with the car. There are small imperfections like the ones that you see here. And that's not restricted to only this panel. Mileage on this car is 159,830. This is before the test drive. The suction fan on the front is loud. These are broken. I don't know if you can see them. I'm gonna try to show it the best way I can. The fins that point in this direction, not these ones. There is another set inside that move side to side. In this, they're broken. In this side only. This side is functional, this side is broken. So the suction fan in the front, the one in front of the radiator, you can call it the radiator fan if you want, is shorted to ground, it seems, based on the computer codes that I have read. And you can see it's going to get much louder now. The car comes equipped with Bluetooth. And you have ready for Bluetooth, radio, and the system. It does have French. Alright, and fan is working. Heated seats on the driver's side is working. We'll check it on the passenger side. User manual is in there. And I'm just trying to turn on the lights. Sunroof is operational. There you go. So, getting back to the engine part. So, actually, let me show you this first. So, I have it on. So, I go in here, and it automatically goes back down. As you can hear, the engine is pretty loud, and the fan is on all the time. The fan that I'm talking about is this one. They just filled up a little bit of gas. In the trunk, I couldn't find the jack and the jacking mechanism. Basically, it seems not to be here unless I don't know where it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We go in here, and the first aid kit is missing too. We're about to take the car for a test drive, where I'll double check a few things, but that fan stuck on, that can drain the battery out. You definitely need an oil change. I'll also check the suspension. I know that the brakes are shaky because they are rusted, the rotors are rusted, even though the brake pads are still good. Actually, the front brake pads are more than 70% remaining, but the rotors are rusty. And when you're driving, they pulsate every time you press the brake, which is a little bit dangerous. A little bit? No, it is dangerous. Undercarriage, I have pictures of that as well. I've taken a lot of pictures of the computer scans and of the condition of the car, the tire tread depth, the measurements that I've done on the brake fluid, oil, and coolant, and pictures of the computer scan as well. The evaporative system monitor is not yet completed. This could be just because the car has been parked for a long time. Another, there is a computer code. Oh, there are several engine codes, and I believe there was 2 or 3 CVT codes as well. This car is a 4-cylinder CVT transmission, continuously variable transmission, and they're known to have some issues with the transmission. So please review the pictures, review the codes, and if it needs attention, address it with the dealership. Or if the codes are major and they're a known issue, then I would recommend staying away from the car, because replacing a CVT transmission is an expensive repair. Please share, like, subscribe. We have hundreds of videos on our YouTube channel. We have a lot of pictures. Each video has a picture link, or most videos have picture links. We have a lot of videos in our private collection that we can't yet share with the public because there was no deal made on the car yet, or it's an exotic car that the buyer or the seller decided not to include it publicly. And well, this has been Sinan from Car Inspected, and that was a pre-purchase inspection on this 2011 Mercedes B200, and we're in the greater Montreal region. We're actually in Montreal East. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.